daisies grow where no one planted them. They come back every spring the same, without a gardener to tend to them. If flowers can decide where they will grow, then maybe I can too, I don't know. Whispering daisies in the field, telling me the things that I don't feel. You don't need a reason to belong, you don't need permission for your song. Whispering daisies in the wind, saying every end is a begin. Grow where you are planted, grow where you land. Grow toward the light with open hands. I used to think I had to have a plan before a single seed could hit the ground. But the daisies haven't read the diagram, and look at all the beauty they have found. A wildflower doesn't doubt its right to bloom, it just grows into its room. Whispering daisies in the field, telling me the things that I don't feel. You don't need a reason to belong, you don't need permissions for your song. Whispering daisies in the wind, saying every end is a begin. Grow where you are planted, grow where you land. Grow toward the light with open hands. I wanna be a little more like them, unapologetically alive, doing what I was made for without asking anyone if that's alright. Whispering daisies, whispering daisies, growing, growing, ooh, growing,
Every year the light comes back a little different, and every year I see it with a different set of eyes. But this year you were standing in it, cold and distant, and everything made sense beneath the open skies. Some things are only clear in a particular light, and you were mine that warm and quiet night. Our season of light, when the world was warm and white and right. We didn't need to talk about forever, just to be together in the light. Our season of light, long afternoons and early nights. I don't know what comes after this, but nothing will compare to this. our season of light, our season of light. Stay here with me. Stay here with me.
The meadow was alive with them at noon, like someone had released a painted sky, orange and yellow against the afternoon. Too many just to count as they went by. I stood completely still inside that field and let the wonder be completely real. Butterflies at noon, dancing in the warmth of June. I can't explain the way it felt. Everything I thought was still. Butterflies at noon, stitching through the air like a tune. I forgot that I was anything other than a human thing, standing still in wonder at the wings. One of them came close and then away, and I thought about the things I barely chased. How some of the best moments of a day are the ones you stumble into and embrace. A butterfly will only come if you are still. That's a kind of lesson and a thrill. Butterflies at noon, dancing in the warmth of June. I can't explain the way it felt. Everything I thought was still. Butterflies at noon, stitching through the air like a tune. I forgot that I was anything other than a human thing, standing still in wonder at the wings. Be still, be still, the butterflies will find you. Be still, the afternoon will wind you down. Be still, the world has something here to give you. Just be still and let the beauty come around. Butterflies at noon. Butterflies at noon. Still and wondering. Still and wondering. The rain came down in that particular spring way, soft and warm and smelling like the earth woke up. We were caught beneath an awning on a Tuesday, and you handed me the last of your half-empty cup. And something about the rain made it easier to say the thing I'd been holding near. Spring rain confession under the soft and dripping eaves. Spring rain confession, something I had up my sleeve. All the things I meant to say fell out on a rainy Tuesday. Spring rain confession. I'm glad the sky made me believe. You were quiet for a moment after I had spoken, and the rain tapped out a rhythm on the store. And some glad you felt it too. And the rain already knew. Spring rain confession under the soft and dripping leaf. Spring rain confession, something I had up my sleeve. All the things I meant to say fell out on a rainy Tuesday. Spring rain confession. I'm glad the sky made me believe maybe that's what spring rain is for. To soften up the walls we build and wash the careful words away until the honest ones are filled. Spring rain confession. Spring rain confession. Falling down, finding ground, finding The afternoon stretched out without an end in sight, and neither one of us had anything to do. We made a pitcher full and poured it over ice, and let the day be nothing more than two. Tart and sweet and something in between. The laziest of days I've ever seen. Lemonade and daydreams, that's the kind of summer that I mean. Lying in the long grass looking up, sharing everything that fills the cup. Lemonade and daydreams, easy as a slow and golden stream. No agenda, no alarm, just your shoulder and my arm. Lemonade and daydreams. You told me about something that you dreamed last week, and I told you about the things I wanna try. And we filled the afternoon with everything we seek, while the lemonade condensed beneath the sky. I didn't need to be anywhere at all, except right here before the fall. Lemonade and daydreams, that's the kind of summer that I mean. Lying in the long grass looking up, sharing everything that fills the cup. Lemonade and daydreams, easy as a slow and golden stream. No agenda, no alarm, just your shoulder and my arm. Lemonade and daydreams. Let the afternoon drift sideways into evening. Let the ice all melt, we'll make another round. These are the days I'll still be believing in, long after autumn comes around. Lemonade and daydreams. Lemonade and daydreams. Nothing more, nothing more. This is what it's for. Lemonade and daydreams. I packed the heavy winter up and set it by the door, and lit the morning in like I had never lit it before.
Your coffee tasted different and the air was warm and new, and I didn't know exactly what to do. But standing in the light, I felt it start. A fresh beginning in a softened heart. Fresh start, soft heart, learning how to take it from the start. Not rushing for the ending of the thing, just breathing in the everything. Fresh start, soft heart, opening before I fall apart. This time I'm taking it the gentle way, one slow and tender day. I wrote some things down that I wanted to let go, and some things that I wanted to hold on to and grow. And somewhere in the making of that quiet little list, I found the things I never thought I'd missed. A soft heart is a brave and open thing, your hardest and the truest offering. Fresh start, soft heart, learning how to take it from the start. Not rushing for the ending of the thing, just breathing in the everything. Fresh start, soft heart, opening before I fall apart. This time I'm taking it the gentle way, one slow and tender day. I used to think that soft meant giving in. Now I think it means I'm letting life begin. Every crack is just a place for light to grow, and I'm finally letting myself know. Fresh start, soft heart. Fresh start. Here I go, new and home, new and home, new and the whole sky turned to color with no name. Somewhere between the blossoms and the dusk, and I was standing there just feeling the same as everyone whose head has stood and wondered much. The horizon wore its finest pink tonight, and everything felt finally right. Under the pink horizon, everything is soft and warm and white. Under the pink horizon, I don't have anywhere that I would rather hide. The world can wait beyond the edge of town, while the evening lets its colors down. Under the pink horizon, this is where I lay my burdens down. The kite is sticking somewhere in the fading light, and the child is laughing far below the hill. Nothing in the world could spoil
of everything in motion, standing still. Think horizon is the world's way of saying all the things we're staying for. We're staying under the pink horizon. Everything is soft and warm and wide. Under the pink horizon, I don't have anywhere that I would rather hide. No one can wait beyond the edge of town while the evening lets its colors down. Under the pink horizon, this is where I lay. Night bird is down. Paint me in the colors of the evening sky, pink and orange and the last of the light. I need the stars if I can have this, a breathing, brilliant kind of bliss. Under the pink horizon, under the pink horizon. Let it find me, let it find me here beneath the The afternoon is going down in flames of orange and rose, and everything is saturated, soft and true. I'm walking with no destination, nowhere that this goes, except wherever next the light comes through. Golden hour in the spring is something else. Can't quite keep it to myself. Golden hour in spring, when the world is lit like a beautiful dream. Every shadow long and sweet, every color richer than it seems. Golden hour in spring makes me wanna stop and take in everything, like the whole wide world is made of light. And nothing has to be right just tonight. The birds are finishing their last songs of the day, and the neighbors' windows glow with dinner warmth. This ordinary hour just takes my breath away, and I'm grateful coming quietly to the north. I used to rush right through this time of day. Now I wouldn't give it away. Golden hour in spring, when the world is lit like a beautiful dream. Every shadow long and sweet, every color richer than it seems. Golden hour in spring makes me wanna stop and take in everything, like the whole wide world is made of light. And nothing has to be right just tonight. Slow the clock down, hold the sun. stay a little longer. Stay a little
I've been through a winter longer than the usual kind. The kind that settles in the places you can't see. And now the earth is turning and the sun's aligned. And something in me says it's time to be free. I don't wanna do this season on my own. Would you be willing to come home? Bloom with me, right here in the in-between, where everything uncertain grows toward the unseen. Bloom with me in the season of begin. I don't know where we're going, but I want you within. Bloom with me. We don't have to have it figured out today. Some things grow before you know what they will be. I've been learning how to let the weight give way. And every day that passes I feel more like me. And I keep thinking of the way that you make ordinary into something true. Bloom with me, right here in the in-between, where everything uncertain grows toward the unseen. Bloom with me in the season of begin. I don't know where we're going, but I want you within. Bloom with me. We're not finished yet, we're just beginning, and everything that's lost is worth the winning back. There's a garden waiting if we start the tending, and a whole spring season on the other side of that. Bloom with me. Bloom with me. Here we go. Here we go. Into spring. Here we go.
Hush now, the evening's settling in, and April is singing outside the door. The candles are low when the night begins. It's softly gentle, unhurried score. Let the music find you where you are, near or far. Sweet April lullaby beneath a soft and fading sky. Close your eyes and let it in. Let the quiet now begin. Sweet April lullaby, a song that doesn't ask you why, just rests its head against the dark and settles gently in your heart. The jasmine on the sill is breathing slow, and the curtains barely move against the breeze. Everything that I love most, I know, is made of moments simple as these. No need to hold the day beyond its time. Let this evening be all mine. Sweet April lullaby, beneath the soft and fading sky. Close your eyes and let it in. Let the quiet now begin. Sweet April lullaby, a song that doesn't ask you why, just rests its head against the dark and settles gently in your heart. Sleep easy, breathe easy, the seasons got your back. Let everything be quiet and let the world go slack. The lullaby of April is yours and yours alone, a soft and gentle resting for a heart that's finally home. Sweet April lullaby, sweet April lullaby. Good night, good night. Everything's alright.
The room was still when the morning came, and the light came in through the glass and bars. Everything was quiet, nothing felt the same as when I used to count the morning stars. But the light had something new to say, a different kind of everyday. Light through the window, painting all the dust to gold. Light through the window, making all the new feel old and known. There's a comfort in the way it falls, diagonal across the walls. Light through the window, telling me I'm finally home. I watched it move across the wooden floor, an inch or two before I noticed it had gone. And the thought about how I don't ask for more than simple things that quietly carry on. The light will come again tomorrow too, and I'll be here to let it through. Light through the window, painting all the dust to gold.
single petal settled in your hair. The wind had brought it from the garden and left it resting softly there. I almost said something but didn't. That quiet moment felt too good to share. Petals on your hair, the smallest things are always the most rare. A pink blossom in the afternoon and me completely falling soon. Petals on your hair, I stood there trying not to stare. These are the moments I'll hold on to when the world gets loud and cold again. You were laughing at something on your phone, and the light was doing everything it could. I've had 100 days like this, but not alone, with someone making ordinary feel this good. I reached over slowly, took it away, and wished the whole world could stay. Petals on your hair, the smallest things are always the most rare. A pink blossom in the afternoon and me completely falling soon. Petals on your hair, I stood there trying not to stare. These are the moments I'll hold on to when the world gets loud and cold again. How do you explain a thing like this? The almost words, the held in wish that spring would pause and let me stay inside that ordinary day. Petals on your hair, petals on your hair. I'll remember, I'll remember, always and forever.
We drove out past the edges of the town, where the road gets thin and the grasses grow tall. You had the window down and your hair spun around, and I didn't need to say anything at all. Warm air moving through the open car, not too close, not too far. Warm air, wildflowers, that's the only thing I need for hours. Purple, yellow, white along the road, everything about this lightens up my load. Warm air and wildflowers, these unplanned and unclaimed little hours. I don't need a map or destination clear, just warm air and wildflowers out here. Pulled over somewhere just because we could, and lay out in the field and watch the clouds go past, not saying much, the way that something good doesn't need explaining when it's built to last. Warm air fills up all the empty space with a quietly familiar grace. Warm air, wildflowers, that's the only thing I need for hours. Purple, yellow, white along the road, everything about this lightens up my load. Warm air, wildflowers, these unplanned and unclaimed little hours. I don't need a map or destination clear, just warm air and wildflowers out here. Some days you don't need to chase a thing, Just let the warm air carry you. Let the wildflowers do their offering and breathe in everything that's true. Warm air and wildflowers. Warm air and wildflowers. Out here, out here, free and clear, free and clear.
The world is wearing pink again, and I can't help but stop and look at everything that was so bare so recently. A color that was hiding underneath now sits on top, and all the blush of this new season's landing quietly. It doesn't shout, it doesn't have to. It just arrives and somehow gets through. Flush of the season on every branch, a soft surprise, a second chance. Everything that looked so gray before is wearing color to its core. Flush of the season in the air, a kind of beauty everywhere. I used to miss when I was rushing past. Some of the things are worth taking slow to last. I've been moving fast for longer than I care to say, and missing all the little shifts between the cold and warm. But this year something made me look the other way, and everything was quieter than the usual store. The blush was always there, I just forgot how to want what I've already got. Blush of the season on every branch, a soft surprise, a second chance. Everything that looked so gray before is wearing color to its core. Blush of the season in the air, a kind of beauty everywhere. I used to miss when I was rushing past. Some things are worth taking slow to last. Take it easy, take the long way home. You don't have to carry this alone. Let the season do its quiet work and rest inside the beauty you've been worth. Flush of the season, flush of the season. Slow down, slow down. Let it find you, let it find you. Slow down, slow down. Let it find you, let it find you. Flash of a season, flash of a season. Slow down, slow, slow down, slow, slow down, slow, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down.
I've been strumming on the porch since early noon, chasing something that I haven't found a name for. Every chord I play is borrowed from the bloom, and every melody is something that I came for. The sun is doing something to the string, like warmth has got its own kind of ring. Sun-kissed melody floating on the afternoon. Sun-kissed melody humming like a lazy tune. Nothing complicated, nothing grand, just a song that fits inside my hand. Sun-kissed melodies, every note as easy as a breeze. A neighbor calls from somewhere down below, and I wave back without a thought to stop. Some days life just lets you let things go, and the music plays before the feeling drops. I don't wanna be anywhere but here, with the sound and the sun and the sun-kissed melody floating on the afternoon. Sun-kissed melody humming like a lazy tune. Nothing complicated, nothing grand, just a song that fits inside my hand. Sun-kissed melodies, every note as easy as a breeze. Maybe music isn't made, it's found in the ordinary everyday sound, in the creak of wood and the hum of bees, in sun-kissed melody. Sun-kissed melodies. Ooh, sun-kissed melodies. Hum along, hum along. Find your song, find your song. You were standing by the fountain in the park, with a book you'd read so many times, the spine had split, and I almost walked right past you in the dark, of not knowing yet what I would not forget. Something made me slow my step and turn, something I was yet to learn. The day we met in May, when the whole world smelled like flowers in the rain. The day we met in May, and I said your name, and everything changed. I've carried it like a song in my chest. That day in May, when I found the rest of what I didn't know I was looking for on an ordinary afternoon. No more. You looked up and smiled like you already knew, like the whole thing had been written long before. And I've never quite recovered from the view of someone making ordinary into more. I asked if I could fingertips, and you said yes. That was the beginning of the rest. The day we met in May, when the whole world smelled like flowers in the rain. The day we met in May, and I said your name, and everything changed. I've carried it like a song in my chest. That day in May, when I found the rest of what I didn't know I was looking for on an ordinary afternoon. No more. If I could go back, I would go again. Slow everything down to breathe it in. The fountain, the book, your tilted head, all the years ahead unread. The day we met in May. The day we met in May. Still with me, always still with me. You were standing by the fountain. You were standing by the fountain. You were standing by the fountain. You were standing by the fountain in the park. You were standing by the fountain in the park, with a book you'd read so many times the spine had split. You were standing by the fountain in the park, with a book you'd read. You were standing by the fountain.
took a photo, but it never quite compares to standing in the actual fading glow. Some things live between
pastel skies forever. Pastel skies forever. Soft and quiet. Soft and quiet. I know the world is changing when the tulips lean into the wind like they're trying to hear a song. There's a kind of music only spring has seen, and I've been humming with it all along. There's a note inside the opening bloom. Something fills the room. When flowers start to sing, I remember what it means to feel everything. When the petals find a voice and the world makes that sound like a choice. When flowers start to sing, I put down every heavy worried thing, and I let myself believe in the melody of the leaves. A honeybee is making its early rounds, and the clover bends beneath a gentle step. There's a harmony in all these tender sounds, a song the whole wide world has never slept. I've been listening in, but not enough to all this ordinary stuff. When flowers start to sing, I remember what it means to feel everything. When the petals find their voice and the world makes that sound like a choice. When flowers start to sing, I put down every heavy worried thing, and I let myself believe in the melody of the leaves. You don't have to look too far to find the kind of song that settles in your mind. Just step outside and let the season play. The whole world sings in its own quiet way. When flowers start to sing, when flowers start to sing, listen, listen, everything is singing.
Thick and sweet like the afternoon, the light comes pouring golden through the pain. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow soon, so I let today just just do its thing again. Everything is amber, warm and slow, that honey kind of glow. Honey sunshine on my face, taking up its favorite place. Everything it touches turns to gold, warm enough to hold. Honey sunshine, soft and long, humming like an old familiar song. I don't have to go anywhere at all, just let the evening fall. The cat is stretched across the windowsill, and somewhere down the street a lawnmower hums. The kind of afternoon that's just until, and nothing in the world needs to be undone. Let it linger, let the light grow dim, in no hurry, no, not on a whim. Ooh, 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 ooh. Honeyed sunshine on my face, taking up its favorite place. Everything it touches turns to gold, warm enough to hold. Honeyed sunshine, soft and long, humming like an old familiar song. I don't have to go anywhere at all, just let the evening fall. Slow it down, let the golden hour drown every worry that I've known in the warmth of coming home. Honeyed sunshine, honeyed sunshine. Stay a little longer, stay a little longer.
We planted seeds we didn't have a name for yet, against the fence where the old roses grow. And every morning I forget to forget how much I love the things that start out slow. We don't need a map or any plan, just a patch of sun and room to stand. A garden full of us, growing in the in-between. Every little thing we touch, turning into something green. A garden full of us, wild in all the best of ways. This is what I'm tending to, these ordinary days. You talk to all the seedlings when you water them. I pretend I think it's strange, but really I don't mind. There's something about the way you treat each stem, like every living thing is worth your time. And I think I love you most when no one's looking in. That's where everything begins. A garden full of us, growing in the earth has been asleep since the autumn came, and now it's stirring something underneath. I hear it in the way the wind calls your name, like a secret woven in the leaves. The world is saying something soft and low, a language only we would know. Springtime whispers in my ear, saying everything I've been too scared to hear. That the coldest nights don't last, and what's tender doesn't have to pass. Springtime whispers soft and clear, you're exactly where you need to be, right here. Let the season do its thing, lean into the quiet that it brings. A bird I haven't seen since summer's end just landed on the branch outside my door. The way the seasons always seem to mend reminds me what my heart is waiting for. There's a tenderness the spring puts in the air, and suddenly you're everywhere. Springtime whispers in my ear, saying everything I've been too scared to hear. That the coldest nights don't last, and what's tender doesn't have to pass. Springtime whispers soft and clear, you're exactly where you need to be, right here. Let the season do its thing, lean into the quiet that it brings. I've been carrying the winter long enough, time to set it down and trust the thought. Maybe love was always in the softest stuff. Maybe spring was what I always saw. Springtime whispers. Springtime whispers. Let it in, let it in. Let it in.
Before the rest of the world wakes up, we're spinning slow in the kitchen light. You've still got sleep in your eyes, love, and everything about it feels right. No music playing, but we don't mind. We make our own every time. Dancing in the morning light, just you and me in the early bright. No one watching, no one knows where this day will go. Dancing in the morning light, arms around each other tight. This is all I've ever wanted. Dancing in the morning light. There's a soft wind coming through the screen door, and the curtains wave like they're saying hello. I'm half asleep on the old porch floor, letting everything just move real slow. And all I'm thinking of is you, the way you make things feel brand new. Soft wind, sweet you, everything I never knew I needed. Soft wind, sweet you, in the quiet I feel so completed. Like a song that doesn't need an ending, like a light that keeps on slowly bending. Soft wind, sweet you, that's all I need to get me through. You bring me lemonade without me asking, and you sit beside me without a word. That kind of love is all I need for lasting, the most honest thing I've ever heard. I never knew that peace could look like this, a morning nothing could dismiss. Soft wind, sweet you, everything I never knew I needed. Soft wind, sweet you, in the quiet I feel so completed. Like a song that doesn't need an ending, like a light that keeps on slowly bending. Soft wind, sweet you, that's all I need to get me through. Don't need the world to be loud, don't need a crowd, just need this porch and that breeze in your hand to hold, if you please. Soft wind, sweet you, soft wind, sweet you, right here, right now, right here, right now.
I stood beneath the cherry blossoms falling slow, pink and white against a soft and quiet sky. You were just beside me watching petals go. Neither one of us could tell you why, but something in that silence felt like home. I didn't want to be alone. Cherry blossom dreams drifting down like everything that's too beautiful to hold, too precious to be told. Cherry blossom dreams softer than it ever seems. In these days that come and go, you're the one I wanna know. The path was lined with pale pink all the way, and strangers smiled like we were in a dream. I took a photo just to make it stay, but a photo's never quite the thing days for just one more of that forgotten May. Cherry blossom dreams, cherry blossom dreams, falling into you, falling into you.
I planted something hopeful in the early spring and watered it with patience through the cold. Now the soil is warm and everything is turning into stories to be told. Under blue skies and an open hand, I'm learning how to stand. Blooming under blue skies, growing toward the light, finding out that sometimes everything turns out right. Blooming under blue skies, reaching for the sun. Maybe all this growing has only just begun. Oh, a blossom on a branch that was bare just yesterday. The world surprises me in quiet little ways. I don't need to understand it all to say that I'm grateful for these ordinary days. Under white skies with nowhere to hide, I feel something inside. Blooming under blue skies, growing toward the light, finding out that sometimes everything turns out right. Blooming under blue skies, reaching for the sun. Maybe all this growing has only just begun. Roots go down when the storms come round, and the rain is just a part of it. Stand your ground, let the seasons turn. Every bloom is worth the weight of it. Blooming, blooming under blue skies. Blooming, blooming under blue skies. Everything in time, everything in time.
A golden petal drifts across the morning air. I'm sitting by the window with nowhere to be. The sunlight paints a softness on the empty chair, and every little moment feels like it was meant for me. I close my eyes and let the season in. Feel the warmth begin. Golden petals in the breeze, spinning slow and wild and free, like a song I used to know, carried somewhere I can't see. Golden petals in the breeze remind me how to just believe that every fallen thing will find its way back home to me. The garden's full of color now, the winter's gone. A sparrow on the rooftop sings a quiet tune. I pour a cup of something warm and hum along, thinking how the whole world blooms so soon. I open up the door and let it all begin. Let the light come in. Golden petals in the breeze, spinning slow and wild and free, like a golden petals in the breeze, finding their way home, finding their way home.
April comes in quiet and tender like a song, with the smell of morning rain still on the stones. I've been walking these familiar roads so long, but today they feel like somewhere I don't know. The light is doing something to the trees, turning everything to gold. April sunlight serenade, playing softly on the hillside shade. Every note a gentle gift, every melody a shift. April sunlight serenade, I don't want this feeling to fade. Just let me stay a little while in your warm and golden mile. A radio from someone's window drifts outside, and a neighbor waves from where she tends her flowers. The whole world seems to breathe a little deep and wide, and I forget the weight of all these hours. I think I finally found the words I need to say what springtime means. April sunlight serenade, playing softly on the hillside shade. Every note a gentle gift, every melody a shift. April sunlight serenade, I don't want this feeling to fade. Just let me stay a little while in your warm and golden mile. Strum it slow, let the feeling grow. Don't rush the afternoon away. Strum it low, let the river flow. I wanna stay here all the day. April sunlight serenade, April sunlight